Will you ever come back to the Philippines? I answered this earlier. Yes, I am. Coming next month. Next question. Hi Dan, are you into photography or have any interest in such? Any certain photo categories you're interested in? P.S. Who's behind you? Everyone keeps asking that, who's behind me? I'll show you in a bit. Do you know what? I'm not that interested in photography, believe it or not. Until recently, for my upcoming Philippines vlog, I've been shooting a lot of time-lapse, and when you shoot in RAW, there's so much you can do with it. Oh my god, it transforms an image, and that side of me, the creative side of me, really enjoys that. So I think my interest in photography has grown a little bit. In terms of styling, I don't really know. I just like whatever looks nice, I guess. And who's behind me? Well, I can't stretch too far because I've got a cable here. But if you're talking about these, they're not photos, they're Regine's albums. If you're talking about that, you can't really see it from there, can you? Yeah, I guess those then are just two albums of Regine. There's R30 and the Fantasy album. Under the Fantasy album, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CDs, additional CDs of Regine Velasquez as well. There's also Mickey Mouse in the corner. I think that's it. Can you tell us what was the rudest comment you've ever received? I can't tell you that. Next question. I have a naughty question. I hope this won't offend you or anything. If it does, I'm really sorry. Anyway, here goes. Since you've recently been to Amsterdam, it was a year ago, but okay, with all the sex shows and sex toys and all that, would you rather have sex 3 times a day or eat chocolates 3 times a day? Now, this is a hypothetical question, so therefore let me give you a hypothetical answer and assume that my day is literally spare. I literally don't have work, I don't have anything to gotta do. So hypothetically, just chocolate or sex, it's gotta be the sex, right? If you have a bucket list of countries or places you want to visit, which ones have you not visited yet and would you want to visit soon? I would love to visit Australia. I'm not sure where, but I guess as a country, Australia. I would love to visit Greenland and Svalbard, which I think is part of Norway actually, which is really up in the Arctic Circle. I would love to visit Thailand, and whilst not a country specifically, I would love to visit Hawaii. Among all the countries you have visited, which ones are your top 3 and bottom 3 and why? My top 3 I would say are Iceland. I've been there about 5 times now. I just love the place, such a beautiful location and very diverse. I would say the Maldives because it's just stunning, you know, and for me, you know, it's my honeymoon, so I have very happy memories there. And my third place that I love, not necessarily in this order by the way, just the third, you know, the top 3. I would say, I want to say the Philippines, but I only went to Manila, so I will reserve judgment on that until I get back from my trip in May. But I think it's going to be the Philippines, just because of what we're going to be doing and the places we'll be seeing. I just know it's going to be right at the top, you know. So I would say provisionally the Philippines being in my top 3 as well. My bottom 3 is Tunisia. It just didn't feel very safe for us. It was, I don't know, just the vibe I got, it just didn't feel very nice. I'd say Malta. Not that it was bad, but I have so many great holidays that if I had to go somewhere, it'd be in the lower half of the list, so potentially Malta. Beautiful place, you know, we went when it was a bit colder. We went in February, so it wasn't exactly the right time of year to go. So it's still cool, a bit windy, but we had a good experience, you know, it was nice. And I don't really have a third actually. Bit of swearing in this one. How do you deal with those bitches here on YouTube who flirt with you even though they already know that you are committed? I just say thanks, you know, it's flattering to get the attention, it's nice, but, you know, as long as I know that nothing would ever happen, then nothing happens, nothing can go wrong. What can you say about the reaction video of MGM to Regina Morissette's duet of Akin Kanalang? I can say that I haven't seen it. Don't even know what the fuss is about, to be honest. Next one. Hey Dan, for you, what are the pros and cons of being a YouTuber / vlogger aside from money and fame? Okay, so aside from money and fame, well, money is very limited anyway, so it's not even that great. And fame, can you call it fame? I don't know. But so the pros and cons, the pros are that I get to have a voice. I get to meet a lot of you, even though it's virtually. Sometimes I do actually physically meet some of you when I'm in the right place, right time. From talking to you guys, I get messages saying that, you know, I get them through some tough times. I've put a smile on their face, they've had an awful day, and I've cheered them up. So having a positive impact on people's lives, I think, is a positive as well. The cons, you're gonna get hate. That's never nice to deal with. Time, it takes a lot of effort to even put these videos together, believe it or not. Trying to keep up with videos when there's new releases of, you know, like say a Jollibee advert, or more recently KZ on The Singer. Trying to keep up with that, you know, if I'm not doing a reaction video for a couple of weeks and that, a lot of you guys can be quite vocal about it. So I guess there are sort of the cons about it. Hi Dan, how old are you and your wife? I'm 30 years old and my wife is younger. I'm not going to say. She might not want me to tell you. Hello Dan, Brian here from the Philippines. My question is, if you will be given 60 seconds of your last breath to say the secret you've been hiding your entire life to your wife, what would it be? Wow. I think I need more than 60 seconds. I'm not going to tell you. What can you say about YouTubers randomly demonetizing many channels? I don't know an awful lot about this. I don't think it's random. I think it's just channels that have to be I think the channels that have been demonetized are below 10,000 subscribers. I think it was 1,000 you had to hit before. Could be wrong, but now it's 10,000. I think. Again, I'm not really sure. So I don't know. I think it's a shame that, you know, I think it has a negative impact on smaller YouTubers because they had the motivation to want to get to 1,000, but 10,000 suddenly seems so far away that I remember what it was like to get to 10,000 and it just seemed like I'd never get there. So it can be discouraging for those smaller YouTube channels who are trying to grow their content, because if you're not getting paid for it, then what's the point? That said, you know, YouTube's never been a great payer. I mean, at the moment, you know, what I'm earning on YouTube isn't a lot, and that's at 56,000 or whatever I'm at now. So, you know, back at 10,000, I think you have to really want to create content and just build a community before you start really wanting success, if that makes sense. I think you ultimately you have to want that, because without that passion for it, there's no point.